Good morning, everybody. It's JJ over here. Um, I wanted to talk about a topic that, for those of you that are new to recovery or recovering from some type of vice, whether it's drinking, smoking, whatever it is. I wanted to talk about what happens when you give up, when you finally give up those things. I think for me, my initial vices, addictions, whatever you want to call them, were alcohol and pot, marijuana. And, when I first got sober, I've been sober for 5 years. And when I first got sober, I actually started 6 years ago, but I had a relapse after a year, and I was in a 12-step program. And I relapsed after a year, but I got back on the wagon, and now I've been sober, 5 years now. But initially, I stopped drinking, I stopped smoking weed, and the 12-step recovery program definitely helped me stop. Because without the 12-step recovery program, I wouldn't have been able to stop because I didn't know another way. But I guess the idea of it was that the 12-step program, going to meetings, all the different type of activities to do in there, commitments, all those things kept me busy, and that's the idea. It keeps you busy, so it was easier to stay stopped from those things, from smoking, from drinking. Um, but I noticed I want to talk about how when I stopped doing those things, I feel like the addiction ended up being replaced by other vices, like what I know the biggest thing for me was when I was first getting sober, within the next like 3, 4 months of being sober, I gained a lot of weight. I gained at least 40, 30, 40 pounds in recovery. And it was basically, looking back on it and seeing it today, it definitely is that I was replacing the alcohol and pot with eating. And you know, I what I'm trying to say is that I think no matter what we end up, whatever vice we end up, stopping, or whatever we cease to do, or whatever we stop doing that was a problem, it always ends up getting replaced by something. And so I think the whole idea of recovery, I feel like we're always going to be recovering from something, because now, for me, it was food. Food replaced the alcohol and marijuana, and now it's like, so now it was food, and it was also my smoking increased, like smoking cigarettes and vaping, and those things increased dramatically. And now, I stopped smoking now, and now I don't smoke at all. I don't vape, I don't smoke cigarettes. And it's been almost a year now that I haven't, done nicotine. But again, when I stopped smoking nicotine, and I stopped, smoking cigarettes and vaping, that was replaced with now, for a little bit, I've had the issue with gambling. Now it's like, do now I want to get scratch offs every week, and I want to spend some of my money on this. Like, I want to spend a certain amount of money on scratch offs, see if I can win. So I guess my question I pose to you guys is, like, when does it ever end? Like, when does this whole thing ever end? Is there ever going to be a time where there's nothing else that I'm replacing this with that? Like, it just, I just find it interesting. But to anyone out there that is realizing the same thing I'm realizing, it's gonna be okay. That's my general message to you guys. I always say that, no matter what we're going through, it's all gonna be okay. Because we'll never be perfect. And I think that's the point of being a human being, is that the only one that's perfect for me is my God. But I think it's just embracing the flaws, and realizing that there's always going to be something that we're not doing, something that we shouldn't be doing, But the point is, for me, is just to try to be better one day at a time. Hope you guys have a good day today, and God bless.